So in our last video, we spoke about the red flags to watch out for as a black man dating in Thailand. And if you haven't checked that video out already, I advise you to go check that out. In this video, we're going to be focusing on the green flags to look out for as a black man dating in Thailand. But no matter your race or where you're from, you're going to find these useful. So stick around and check them out, all right? By the way, guys, if you feel like this is going to save you a lot of time and energy, please go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and share the video. Leave a comment if you found this useful, all right? All right, so the first green flag, she has a solid relationship with her family. Now, guys, if she has a really tight relationship with her family and she's very family oriented, especially if she has a relationship with her dad, that is a super bonus. Something that's especially good is if she grew up in a household where her dad and her mom are still around. For example, Yanni, she grew up in a house with her mom and dad, and they're still together after years and years. And her dad was a big part of her life, right? From my experience, girls who come from this kind of household are really good to date. This is a good sign that she's a grounded person and she's a balanced individual. So if you're with a girl and she's talking to her mom a lot, talking to her dad a lot, whether she has sisters and brothers, if she's always planning stuff with them, going to visit them and stuff like that, that's going to be a good indication that you got yourself a really good girl and who is a good person for you to build a family with, if that's what you want. All right, so the next one is her social media. So her social media account, what does it look like and what are the green flags? You can tell a lot from a girl's social media, and they don't have a lot of friends on social media. That's number one. They're hardly gonna be even on there like that, and they'll just post random stuff like, I don't know, like of a random cloud they saw or like a rainbow or stuff, something like that. So what you want to look out for are like pictures of her family, her friends, and, you know, just random stuff. It's not going to be like pictures of like her in a bikini or in like expensive hotels and, you know, in the club showing off her body and stuff like that. It's just gonna be like her, like chilling with her friends, probably stuff from her college days or something like that. You're gonna see posts like of her interests. Maybe she's interested in art, maybe she's interested in music, maybe she's big on the school and education or philosophy or something like that. These are the things that she's gonna be posting, not just of herself and how she looks. Now, this one I mentioned before in the red flags video, and once again, go check that out if you haven't checked it out. So she's gonna dress kind of frumpy looking, right? So one thing I've noticed since I've came to Thailand is that in the tourist areas, especially, the women dress differently to when they're like back home in Isan. When you're walking around in Isan, especially like the rural area, there are hardly any times that you're gonna be like, whoa, she got a good body. That's because most of the time they're dressed very conservatively. So they have on like big t-shirts and big baggy pants and these kind of things, right? Matter of fact, if a woman around here is seen like wearing, you know, like really tight clothing and stuff like that, from what I have observed, they kind of look at you with a little bit of judgment because that's not what they're about. They're about being conservative, ladylike, and also, like I said in the red flag video, that means that she's focused on other things other than how she looks. And something that might happen is that you kind of realize she doesn't even know that she looks good, or she might not even know that she has a great body. It also shows that she's confident in herself. She doesn't really need validation from other people. When you meet her, you might be asking her like, why are you wearing this? Like, wear this kind of dress or wear this. Why don't you wear something like this? And she'd be like, for what? Like, this is fine. And then you can like help her like to dress better and stuff like that. And then she's like this 10 out of 10 smoking hot chick that, you know, she didn't even know that she was. And in most cases, she still won't care about that. Like my girlfriend, for example, she doesn't really care about what she wears. If it's up to her, she would wear whatever when we go outside. Most of the time it's me like saying like, babe, like wear this, babe, wear this, you know, or like saying the things that I would like her to wear, but up to her, like she doesn't really care. She's more focused on her goals, her family, and us progressing in life. And trust me when I tell you, she doesn't care about what people think about how she looks. Another really big green flag is that she's going to be very inexperienced with a lot of things, right? Let's say like the club, for example, and you want to take it to the club and you ask her, do you want to go to the club? Her response would be something like, for what? Or like, what do you do at a club? And when you're at the club, she might say stuff like, why, what's the whole point of this? Why are people just here and just, what do you even do when you're here? She might not know like what certain dating apps and stuff like that are. She won't know a lot about Western culture. You can ask her like some of the most popular people in Western media and music, movies and stuff like that, and she won't have a clue about who those people are. Another green flag is if she focuses on the connection with you and not about money. She's going to be happy to be with you no matter what you're doing, right? So whether it's simple as going to a coffee shop, chilling at your crib, going to a market and buying like cheap street food or something like that, she's going to be happy just to be with you. Matter of fact, a real good Thai girl is going to try to make you not spend money. And once again, this is something that Yanni does with me. So a lot of the times when we go out, I will want to buy her things because she treats me really good and she's a really good girl. And I feel like she's deserving of, special treatment. And when I try to buy her things, she will be like, no, 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 that's okay. You like save your money. Like, I don't want that. That's okay. And because of that, I know what it is to have somebody around me who's just there for me and not what I can give them. Our next green flag is if she offers to pay or contribute in some way when you guys are on dates or on outings, going to events. She's gonna ask you to contribute. She might just do it without you even saying anything. Like you might be at the table and she might just go and disappear and come back and she'll be like, let's go. And she's already paid or something like that. Now, I told you guys before that things are pretty traditional here and they expect the man to pay. But if a Thai woman is really interested in you, from my experience, a lot of the times they're going to offer to help or they might offer to just pay for everything. But that's up to you if you want to let them do that or not. Me, I mostly pay for everything, but Yanni definitely helps and definitely, buys me stuff from time to time. Another green flag is if she's interested in your life, right? So that means besides just how you look or the stereotype of you, like I was talking about in the other video. If she's interested in your family, your hobbies, she might try to learn things that you're good at. She'll ask a lot of questions about your culture so she can learn, so she can cook things that you like. She's patient and understanding. This is a next one, and this is a huge one. And I gotta go back to Yanni again because this was one of the most shocking things. So there was this one time that I really screwed up something. It wasn't like a huge issue or anything like that. But fellas, we've all been there when we messed up and we like dread your girl being like super angry. So I remember this one time I messed up something that I was supposed to handle for Yanni, right? And the whole day I was like, ah man, I'm gonna have to tell her this. She's gonna be upset. She's gonna be sad and whatnot. And I told her what it was, and she just paused for a second. I could tell that she was upset, but she just smiled at me and she said, "It's okay. We'll work on it. No problem." Bro, that was such a like shock for me. Like it caught me like off guard to the point where I kind of felt like I was being set up. It didn't feel real. I was like, what's going on? Like I'm like, nah, this she can't be this nice, bro. She can't be this nice. But that's something that I've learned about people in Thailand in general. Like the people are very patient, they help you a lot, and they're not very argumentative. So the culture of Thailand is all about peace and respect towards each other. And another thing is something called saving face, which is they try their best not to like make themselves look bad or make the family look bad and stuff like that. So things like arguing in public, a good Thai woman is not gonna embarrass you in public, bro. She's gonna speak to you in private in a calm way and have decent discussions like adults, though they can get a temper sometimes. Next one is if she invites you to meet her family and friends. So if she invites you to meet her family and friends, especially as a black man, that's a huge green flag and shows that she really cares about you a lot. Because like I said, if she's a good girl, she's going to be close with her family, and them being the closest people in her life, it shows that she trusts you a lot and that she cares about you a lot. Another green flag is if she has her own stuff going on, whether it's her job, school, or she's, working on her goals. She's going to have her own independence. This shows that she's not waiting around on a man for these things. This means she's an ambitious person in general as well too. So that's a good person to be in a relationship with. Next green flag is that she has an active social life outside of you. So this means that she has friends, interacts with her family a lot, like I said before, and she meets up with her friends from time to time. This shows that she's not just relying on you for her happiness and her needs. And the last one is that she's very honest and open. I kind of touched on this in the last video as well too. And I think this is kind of a Thai thing in general, is that well, for the most part, they're very honest, even sometimes brutally so, right? So my girlfriend, for example, she is very honest, and I learned this about her early on. So even the bad things, like she will tell me like straight up to my face. So if you meet a woman who's open about her feelings, her past, her expectations, this is a really green flag, guys, and will indicate that your relationship moving forward will be about healthy communication. So that brings us to the end of this video, guys, about the green flags to look out for as a black man dating in Thailand. If you guys found this useful, please like the video, leave a comment, and share this with somebody that you think will find this useful as well, all right?